Alright, welcome to another robot adventures review. And today we're going to... Oh, this is the one I wanted to... Oh, fuck it. We're going to use my Japanese account to review the game. So, we're playing Monster Hunter, and this is not scripted at all because I'm just playing the game. Let me pour a little bit of wine. Children do not watch this video. So, Monster Hunter, just speaking off the top of my head, the game is for people who want to kill monsters. That's it. You want to go in there and you have a monster and you have your weapon and you can kill him. You can kill him solo or you can kill him with your buddies. And you get a bunch of stuff and then you can go kill another monster. That's pretty much it. The story is weak. I'm only at level... I am a noob to this game. Noob... And I didn't want to play those. I didn't want to play them on the PS3, Nintendo, or because they were handhelds and they were small and the graphics were kind of shitty. So I was like, I don't want to do that. And you know, living here in Japan, it's like, oh, those things are huge, you know. But I didn't want to do it, so I never got into it. But now it's on the PS4, and it's like, okay, the graphics are better, and I can get into it. So, should you get into it? Is it something to get into? And I think it's fun. So I think it's good. My main MMO RPG is Guild Wars 2, and I've played games like I've streamed games like Uncharted and stuff. I love those kind of games. But is this game something that is worth buying? That depends on your playstyle, stuff like that. A lot of people have said that it is daunting for new players to get into Monster Hunter, and I think that's not helping the game. So, if you're going to play Mario Kart, there are a whole shitload of cars to play. You can play in a whole shitload of characters. Do people say, "Oh, Mario Kart is so difficult to get into, and you know, which character should you pick and all this stuff?" And you just kind of find your character and get into it, and then you just start playing the game. And I think this game is kind of the same way. There is so much to this game. There's so many. There are 14 weapons, and each weapon can be upgraded in so many different ways, and there's a lot of armor, and there's a lot of other stuff. And if you're going to be the master of this game, then you are going to spend hours and hundreds or thousands of hours into this game and to try to be the master of the game. In Guild Wars 2, I have spent a good 300. I've spent years in the game, and I love my Guild Wars. And there are people who love this Monster Hunter stuff, and this is a new one, and they'll probably spend, hundreds or thousands of hours in this game, maximizing them, doing the special something, and that's good, because they love the game. The the main focus of the game is to go out and kill some monsters, and that is really fun. It's I think it's misleading to say that people, newcomers to the game, will be maybe pushed away, or be confused, or will be overwhelmed. If you try to study, if you try to learn everything. Oh, I have to learn everything about it's. There's so much content. Now, I'm gonna go to the workshop here. I was just standing there for a while, and that can be overwhelming. There's so much to craft and know, and all the intricacies about every weapon. You can forge. Look at the weapons here. You can. Oh, this is armor, and this isn't even all the armor. And all the armor has so many stats and stuff like that. And the weapons, all the different weapons there. There's so much information in this game that if you are a person who wants to know everything about everything, then yeah, it can seem confusing or overwhelming. But when you're going into a game, you are choosing your path. You're going to go into the game and say, oh, I'm going to go this way. There are different choices to be made, and those choices are, a path you didn't choose. And if you need to know what the answer to that other path was, well, then you're going to play the game over and over and over. If you just want to go through your path, then do that. And I don't think you need to worry about the other paths. So, in a way, it's just like any other game. It's like choose the weapon you want to use, and choose the armor and stuff like that, and just go into the game. And maybe there's a better weapon for a better, makes it easier to fight a different monster, but you can use, well, I've used the same weapon to kill all the different monsters, and I've enjoyed it. And yeah, maybe there was a monster that would have been easier to kill if I had chosen a different weapon, but I would have to go back and buy that weapon and then upgrade it to the point that I was at, and then use that weapon and try to kill the monster with it. And you can do that. Or you can just use the weapon you have and just fight the monster. You can do that with all 14 weapons. Oh, I don't like that one. And you can spend hours and hours and hours upgrading the weapons and stuff like that, if you want to do that. If not, just just kill the monster with your weapon. So, I wanna get into the world, and let me just get out here, and then I'll just show you some of the well, here's a world. I don't have a whole world unlocked because I'll just start camp number 1. because I haven't finished the game yet. I haven't finished the story. But the fun part of this game is fighting the monsters, going up and countering them when they attack, and then slashing it. Blah, blah, blah. I'm so good. That's what we're doing with this game. The story is secondary to the monster killing. The armor, the weapons, that is the rewards for killing the monsters. And the graphics look good. We're gonna see. Well, you can see right now.
You can access your specialized tools from the item bar.
Oh, really? Okay. And basically, everything is set up to get you to fight the monsters. You can do online play, online stuff, which I hope to do with you guys. And that would just make it more fun to. Those guys are sleepy. Oh, sleepy. So I'm gonna try to find a couple of monsters here. I could go kill those guys if I wanted to, but I don't want to kill them because they're. Oh, here's a big guy. Oh. So, if you had a different weapon, you can kill them a different way. I like the longsword because that's just the weapon I chose, and kind of like the mechanics of it. Oh, I missed that. And the weapons you can see on YouTube. So many of the videos about all the different weapons, and they have different mechanics. So this is the main part of the game. There's a monster. I'm gonna try to kill him. How am I gonna kill him? I'm gonna use this slash or something. You gotta avoid his I haven't done my super attack today, because I haven't and that might be because adult beverages, but what I need to do is keep really not. Wow, that was terrible. I should have done a lot better. But this longsword has an ability to do a run up slash thing, and the graphics are kind of fun. But right now I'm just carving the dead bodies of the, I guess, the minions of this thing. And I'm gonna go big lizard again. I don't think I killed it. Oh, it's way over there. Yeah, okay. And then I'll try to kill it, and then spark flies. Oh no. I'm tracking it now. This is pretty much a game, running around tracking stuff. And imagine doing this with buddies. You pick up tracks, there are a bunch of different maps. That's a world right there. So there's another map over here, and so you can run around those maps and kill more monsters. Drawbacks to this game are, I don't know if I'm just not doing it right, but like, the armor looks nice, but we can't color it. We can't dye it. We can't modify it. And so it's like, oh, I want to get that set of armor, that looks good, but you can't customize it like you can in Guild Wars. And the stats kind of stay with the armor set, which if you like the look of one armor but you want the stats of another armor, I don't think you can do that. So maybe that'll be a update for the future. That was something that I kind of was concerned, or kind of found lacking in the customization. Also, you can't customize your partner. You can't customize your what do they call them? Your, not train. Is it train? Your hunter. Your, maybe it was your trainer. But yeah, you have a partner that gives you all the quests and stuff. But if you don't, is this my guy? No, that's not my guy. Killing the lizard. Oh, he ran off. But yeah, if you don't care about the look of your characters, then and you just want to run around smashing things, then I think this game is good. So consider picking it up. And if you do, and you want to play on my time, which is Tokyo time, then you can find me on the PlayStation Network at Robot Adventures, and just throw me a line. We'll hook up. Hopefully, I'm expecting Jesse SSJ to finish up his Dragon Ball game and then get into this game. But yeah, I've met a couple of fun people to play with online, and for the money, if you're gonna get into it, if you're concerned about, oh well, you know, the history and the stuff of this game is too much. You know, I won't be able to know, you know, everything, and you know, I'll be all noob. Yeah, I'm all noob, and it's not that bad. I think one of the creds, one of the talking points for this game is that it is so detailed. and I think the company uses, or maybe reviewers use that as something to show the quality of the game or show how in depth the game is, and uh, yeah, that's a point. But so many games are full of content that to say the game is is a deterrent for new players doesn't really make the game sound like something you want to play. So I think that's stupid marketing for the game. It's like, oh, it's so hardcore. Can you play it? Well, it's a lot of games will be like, well, I don't want to play it because it's just too hardcore. But yeah, but it's not really that. It can be if you're gonna learn everything, but if you just want to pick a weapon and go out and kill monsters, then I think the entry barrier is pretty low. It's like, just get in there and start slashing. So and I'm hoping that reviewers, as much as you can, move the gravy train of reviews over into being an understanding of beginner players. Everyone's gonna, well, not everyone, but I think most of the reviewers are all going to review it the same way. So you're just going to hear, oh, this game is so hard, and this game is so this, and this game is so... but, why don't you try the game? Well, why not start the... why not just explain it as a new player would, get into it? All the mechanics of this and this and this is this. The fun is just killing the monster. And I need to get out of here because I need to go find something to kill, instead of just standing there talking about the game. Jump. Oh. There's some tracks. Killed my little robot there. So you get all this stuff, you just, the tracks, you can upgrade your scout flies, these little green things, and, let's go kill some more monsters. Let's see if I can find something to kill here. I think the graphics look pretty good. So these four guys, easy to kill. I'll just jump in here. So now I've got a charge on my weapon, and I can use my charge. I'm gonna kill this guy. I shouldn't really kill him. Now I jump up in there and slash him. Oh, that was my death strike there. But, yeah, just stuff. Oh shit, there's a big monster. Character, I don't really have really good armor or anything. I definitely so my armor is shit, and
Are you okay? If you need help, use your SOS flare to call other hunters.
I'm not gonna do that because I don't really care to kill that monster. So, but bottom line is this game is pretty. It's fun. You can kill monsters and you can do it with groups, and it's not as bad as a Diablo game where it was a dungeon crawler. It's not a dungeon crawler. Diablo just threw out random stuff. It's like, hey, you get this and this and this, and you just put it on, and then hopefully you get a good set, and then you can kill stuff. You do have a little bit of the RNG when you're killing the monster and getting the parts, but the crafting is pretty straightforward. You need this, and you do that, and yeah, after you get your armor set up for like fire resistance or lightning resistance, then you can more easily take on the monster that you kill for the items that you want to get. And there are a lot of quests, and they are just spawn. So I think the longevity of this game will maintain the player population because of those quests. So I don't think you'll lose out on online people. And also, if you hook up with your friends, then you can always just say, hey, let's go do a mission. So that was that was my review of Monster Hunter World PlayStation 4. I think it's a fun game. I recommend it, and even if you're a new player, I don't think the hurdles, all of the stuff that you need to know to what has been portrayed in other videos, all of that knowledge doesn't need to be acquired just to get in. You can just get in and choose a weapon and start fighting. I'm sleepy. It's probably like midnight now. So yeah, give it a go. I don't know if Blockbuster still exists, or a way to rent video games. I think GameSpot rents video games, but is there a GameStop? Is that what it's called? I don't know, but yeah, or if you have a friend who has it, then play with your friend. But yeah, it's a I think for $80, or well, I don't know how much it costs in the States, maybe $60. It's worth the purchase price for the amount of hours that you're going to get into this game. So if you just give up, well then $60 is like going out, paying for your wife's or your significant other's dinner at a restaurant. So, and that's a one night deal. So the amount of hours that you're going to get in this game, well worth it. Yeah, I would suggest not listening or taking the information from other videos with a grain of salt. And, I think a lot of those things are just scripted to maximize their complacency, I guess. Just make it seem kind of oh, it's comfortable just listening to what they say, even if the information might not suit the people. Don't be afraid of this game. It's not that scary. So, all right, guys. Going to go to sleep and play some more tomorrow. Sleepy. All right, talk to you guys later. Come by. Bye bye. It's our emote for bye bye. Gesture. Wave. What is despair? Oh no! Oh. That's a lot of despair. Alright. Alright, guys. Take care. Talk to you guys later.